Good morning, District 82, and welcome to this brand new series of episodes called Rendezvous with Conference Chairs. Now we thought, who can tell you better about conferences than the chairs themselves who ran such huge conferences and made District 82 how awesome it is today. Now we thought we'll reach out to all those past heroes and heroines of District 82 right from 2006 and let them tell us why conferences are very special. So for the first episode of this brand new series of Rendezvous with Conference Chairs, we are here at the residence of a person who kept calling us, telling the mountains are calling, and we are here at his place and we are going to call him right now. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first episode, we have the Conference Chair of Ovation 2016, Distinguished Toastmaster Jayan Narayanan. I think he's there. Hello, Jayan.
Hey!
Unga toothpaste look good, ga? You can say hi to people there.
Hi, Vinay. So, Ovation 2000. Don't tell me you're going door to door to sell Ovation tickets.
Okay, now we have not come to that level yet. We have actually crossed all the registrations right in the early bird.
Okay.
So we came here to ask you, as a past conference chair of a district conference, about how special is a district conference for every member.
Wow. So it's going to take some time. Why don't we sit inside?
Yes, definitely. If you can take us in.
Yeah, please come. Super. So great. I think this is a beautiful initiative. I wish I had this idea during Ovation 2016, but nevertheless, I'm really glad that you guys are doing it.
Oh my God, it's a pleasure to get it from someone who comes up with crazy ideas all the time to get an endorsement for our idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and probably the next time I'll copy this.
Definitely.
So is this the first episode?
Yes, Jayan. So yours will be the first episode.
Okay.
So this is an initiative wherein we reach out to all the past conference chairs of D82.
Okay.
And let them tell us why conferences are important, what were their experiences, and make them feel a little nostalgic.
Beautiful.
Make them speak out of the heart.
Beautiful.
All that. So yours will be the first episode as we are going the reverse chronological order from 2016 to 2006.
Great. So I'm the youngest, right? Okay. Since it's going to be a Toastmaster event, I'll wear a blazer.
Sure. Perfect.
Okay. Quickly. I'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, Jayan. So
first of all, thanks for your time. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
For spending time with us. Now, the first thing that I wanted to ask you is, when was the first time that you walked into a district conference, and how did it feel? Because what happens is we are all used to attending small club meetings with 20 members or 30 members. And when we suddenly walk into a conference of such a huge magnitude with 500, 600 people, it just feels grand.
Absolutely.
So how was your conference experience for the first time, and when was it?
Super. So, in fact, the first conference is always very memorable, right? Because you hear people talk about conferences, but unless you experience it yourself, you wouldn't know the magnitude of a conference. In fact, my first conference was in 2008 when I first attended a conference. Of course, there was a lot of hype, especially marketing guys like you guys, built that hype around the conference, and the expectation was very high. And then, but once you go there, oh my God, those 2 days was phenomenal. Was really phenomenal. I think options of networking, education sessions, the high quality contests was really breathtaking. So it was great. In fact, I used to come out and tell people, man, never miss a conference, because only when you experience it, you would really know. Because I don't want to talk any marketing language, though that's my profession. I don't want to do any sales talk here. I might be tempted to do that, but I'm truly overwhelmed by Toastmasters conferences because of the way it is being conducted. And especially it's not conducted by professionals. In fact, as part of my job, I conduct events. But when I see a Toastmasters event, it's beautiful because there's a lot of heart and soul into it. There's nothing else. Sure. It's just true feeling that comes, and you see in every person that you meet there, be it a contestant, be it an education speaker, be it the chair, co-chair, the volunteers, even people like me who attend the conferences, you talk to them, you will see that Toastmaster spirit flying out of them. So that's an amazing experience that I had. And after that, I've never missed a conference. Never missed.
Great, lovely. So Jayan, thank you very much for sharing your memories about your first district conference. Now the next thing that I want to ask you is, how was it when you were given the opportunity to chair a district conference for the first time? Now that you've attended all conferences, you never missed one. And all of a sudden when people walked up to you and said, hey, we want you to chair Ovation 2016, a huge conference. Now how was that experience? Can you tell us a little about your journey with Ovation 2016?
Okay, so yeah, that's a good question, because I've all along from 2008 attended conference, enjoyed being part of it, meeting old friends, fun night. Okay, we'll talk about fun night separately. So, but in 2016, our district director Sastaram, DTM Sastaram, calls me and says, "How about becoming a Ovation chair?" I actually fell out of my chair. I was just happily sitting in my this very same chair, and busy working. And then he calls me and says, "Yeah, I'm serious. I want you to be the Ovation chair." I said, "You didn't get anybody, or how come me?" He said, "No, that's a long story. But tell me, I'll give you 24 hours to tell me whether you can take it up or not." I said, "Yeah, I have to discuss with my home minister and then come back to you." And then I dropped the phone down and I quickly had a chat with my wife, and then within minutes she said, "So that means you're gone for the next 1 year, you're going to be too busy 1 year, you won't be disturbing me." I said, "Yes, I think then you should take it up." So within minutes she accepted it, and I immediately called back Sasta and said, "Hey Sasta." Then Sasa was a little surprised. He said, "Hey, you have any more questions? Your home minister is not convinced yet." And I said, "No, I called back to say I'll take it." He fell off his chair and he said, "I gave you 24 hours and it's not even 2-3 minutes that you'll come back to me." I said, "Now you know what kind of a conference chair you got." And we laughed it out, and until then I didn't know what he was trying to put me into. I thought he was doing something nice to me, but only over time I realized, oh my God, what has Sasta put me into? That 1 year was a roller coaster ride. There were quite a lot of things that I had to take care of. That's when I realized, man, what goes into making a conference? I thought it was an easy event, probably last 2-3 months these guys work and then put across a nice conference for us. It needs a big team, it needs a lot of work, and that's when it started dawning on me that yes, I've been given something very serious and I better put my heart and soul into it. It was great. I would need at least 3 or 4 hours to talk about my experience with Ovation 2016, but I'm just going to cut it short for whoever is watching this. I know people are not patient, especially when it comes to hearing me. So it was great. The best part was nobody's getting paid to do this work. It's all part of our experience. So it was very easy to put a team together. So I had a wonderful team. That way I was lucky. All of them fell in place. Each team took it on themselves. They decided that they will have to put their heart and soul into it. They started owning each of the pieces. So my job as a conference chair was just putting these pieces together, and they were completely owning it, and I did not interfere. Whenever they had a problem, they used to come to me. Otherwise they handled it themselves. The whole experience was like managing a wedding. So you need to invite people. If people are not there, then there's no point having an event. So on one hand, you need to make sure that people attend the conference. On the other hand, you need to make sure that you give something phenomenal for them to enjoy and then take back. So everything was playing so beautifully. And then finally the D-Day came, the conference happened in Infosys Mahindra City campus. In fact, I thought it was easy for me as a conference chair to just sit back, relax and enjoy the show now that we did all the hard work to trying to put pieces together. But that was not the case. That was the worst conference ever that I have attended, because I couldn't just enjoy what was going on. I was always on the toes wondering, oh my God, what's happening? Where are the trophies? Where is the chief guest? Where are the contestants? So you need to keep looking for these minute things. In fact, I still remember our program chair was Toastmaster Lavanya from TCS. and she had the version 17 of the schedule with her, and then she kept threatening us, saying that I'm not going to edit anything beyond this. This is the final, and I will not edit
You
this.
better take it.
Yeah, you better take it and you stick to it. And at the last minute, Sasta and I were just making version 18 because the chief guest who was getting late, the one trophy was missing and we didn't know where the trophy was placed. The dance team was not prepared, so we had to shuffle the schedule. The people sitting in the audience didn't know a thing of what was going wrong. For them, the event is just going on, and we were just shaking our head. Those were the only communication that was allowed. You can't even talk. You need to wink at somebody, show sign languages, then things get done. So that was another fun. So I still remember another incident where the head of Infosys Chennai, we had requested him to come and speak a few words. He had to finish it quick because he had an urgent conference call to take. And just when he was about to conclude his speech, Sasa puts me to a corner and says, "Hey, just keep him on stage. We haven't got his memento yet." I didn't know what to do, so I just picked up the mic and said, "Sir, thank you so much. And I have one question to ask you." And I asked some question like, how do you feel that we have converted this huge badminton court into a venue like this? And he wondering what the hell is he asking. So he tried to answer that quickly. And I look at Sasta and he says, "No, another question, because the memento hasn't come yet." And I ask him another question and he's getting restless. I'm getting restless. I'm just looking at the door. If the guy with the memento is rushing towards the stage. And just when he was about to finish, I was just wondering, how do I ask him the third question? And look there, and this guy in his full energy rushing to the stage with the memento. And I said, "Thank you so much, sir. That was so lovely." And I just picked up the memento from him and gave it to him. So for people in the audience, it looked like, wow, what a great session that was. And only we knew that the tension that went through. So as a conference chair, I went through such kind of tension. But at the end of the day, it is fun. Looking back, it was fun. But honestly, I did not enjoy that conference like how I should have enjoyed sitting there as an audience. But I'm glad that we, as a team, were able to give one of the best conferences to people. I'm sure most of them who attended the conference would vouch for this. So it's definitely an experience. I never thought I'll put myself into this show. So looking at Ovation 2017 chair DTM Salim sir, I really pity you, but I only wish and hope that this conference, as always, is another amazing experience for all of us, and I'm definitely looking forward to attending Ovation 2017.
Okay, Jayan, so one last question is, what's in it for a member in a district conference? I, as a member, why should I attend a district conference?
So now you're asking what is in it for me? In fact, that is there on every member's mind, even if they are attending a club meeting, right? So that's a fair question. Why should I spend so much money? Why should I spend my precious weekend? Why should I stay away from my family and come for Ovation? Ovation for me is an emotion. You attend this conference, you will know it is an emotion. It is not like any other event, and it's the pinnacle of any conference in a district. And beyond this, you don't see a conference of this nature in a district. Then you will have to go to World Championship. Not many of us can do that. So this is like going on a pilgrimage to a religious place that you always wanted to go. So that's what it is all about. Now, I don't have to repeat this. I'm sure many people would have already talked about it. You see the best contestants competing for the top 3 position. So you will see a good quality of contest. That's number 1. You will get to meet as many Toastmasters as possible who will share the same energy and enthusiasm about Ovation, about Toastmasters. You can learn from interacting with these people. And the third one is the quality of education sessions that you will get to witness. Oh my God. This is something that I learned, and I got really benefited by attending all the conferences in the last 5-6 years, is the education session. They teach you what Toastmasters otherwise might not teach you in the last 52 weeks. So these are probably the reason why every member in Toastmasters should attend. So anyway, so you think about it. Is it worth spending that weekend? Is it worth getting out of family and then being in a place only focused on Toastmasters? It's really worth it, and I'm certain that every member should attend this.
Okay, Jayan, so one last thing to all the members who are watching this show, all the members of D82.
Alright, so all those Toastmasters who are watching this, if you have never attended a conference in your Toastmasters journey, you have to attend this conference. If you have already attended a conference, you will have to attend this conference. If you're just wondering what this conference is all about, you must attend and experience for yourself. So welcome to Land of Serendipity, Sri Lanka for Ovation 2017, the journey to stardom. See you there.